Okay, so ayan, hello guys. Next topic naman natin, we have the reduction of live load. So anong ibig sabihin ng live load reduction? Okay, so probabilistic approach siya, or statistical approach pagdating sa analysis ng live loads natin sa structures wherein. Ang ibig sabihin lang naman yan, very unlikely na magkaroon ng full design live load na mag-a-act siya simultaneously sa isang structural member natin. So, ito yung pinaka-general equation natin for the reduction of live loads, okay? So, we have L is equal to L naught times the quantity of 0.25 plus 4.57 over the square root of AI. So, yung L, yan po yung reduced design live load, okay, per square meter ng area. Then, yung L naught naman, so yun yung given, okay, yung pre-provide na live load natin. Okay, per square meter of area din yan. Okay, then next we have the influence area in square meter. So may note tayo dito. So yung AI natin, okay, so kapag column yung ina-analyze natin, so eta times mo siya sa 4. Okay? Yung tributary area ng column natin para makuha natin yung influence area which is AI. And kapag beam naman, eta times mo siya sa 3. Okay, kunin mo yung tributary ng area ng beam, then i-times mo siya sa 3 para makuha natin yung influence area. Then kapag two-way slab naman, yung AI natin, that is equal lang naman to the panel area ng two-way slab. Then kapag precast T-beam yung ginamit natin, so kukunin natin yung product ng span or yung haba ng precast beam natin, then yung flange width niya. Okay, so alam naman ninyo yung difference ng flange sa kawet, di ba? So, multiply mo yung full flange width sa span. So, yun na yung magiging influence area natin. Okay, then may additional note pa ko na ibibigay. So, hindi ko kasi nailagay dito. So, copy ko lang. So, ayan. Meron tayong additional, So, yung live load reduction, okay, ginagamit lang natin siya, okay, kapag hindi public assembly, yung type of occupancy niya, okay, and kapag yung LO natin, okay, is greater than 4.8 kPa. So, kapag less than 4.8 kPa yung live loads, okay, yung L naught natin or LO, so therefore, pwede natin gamitin itong live load reduction equation. Okay? So, ayan, pwede natin consider yung reduction ng live loads. Okay, ano pa nakalagay? Consider all area with live load that can be reduced that influence the column being considered. Okay, so disregard nyo lang to. Okay, so for example lang kapag column yung binigay. Additional pa, okay, so yung reduction of live load, applicable lang siya kapag yung AI natin. Okay? So, kapag yung AI natin is greater than 40 square meter, okay? So, disregard nyo 37.2. So, yung lumang code na ata to, okay? Pero yung ginagamit natin is 40. So, 40 meter squared. Okay? So, yan yung ginagamit natin comparison or chine-check natin. Kapag greater than 40, okay? So, pwede na natin gamitin yung reduction ng live loads. Okay? So, ayan. So, para mas maintindihan natin, try natin mag-solve ng problem. So, meron daw tayo dito ang three-story building. So, i-drawing ko lang. Drawing tayo dito ng building. So, tatlong yung story niya, no? Tatlong palapag. So, let's say ito yung roof deck. Copy na lang natin. Yung second floor. Okay. So, we have the roof deck. Okay. Yung third floor natin. Yung second floor natin. Then yung ground floor natin. So, copy natin yung isang column. Lagay natin sa gitna, no? Wait lang, hindi ko siya magalaw. Okay. So, yan. Okay, then yung interior columns natin, space siya ng 8 meters. So, ibig sabihin lang yan, ito 8 meters natin. Okay? So, 8 meters ito, 8 meters din ito. Okay, then two perpendicular dimensions. Kung titingnan natin yung cross-section yan from above, okay? So, ganito yung magiging orientation niya. Drawing tayo ng box. Okay, pwede na yan. So, ayan. So, ito yung mga ano natin, columns natin. Okay. So, yan, third floor, second floor, then ground floor. Siguro lagyan pa natin ang isa dito para gawin nating realistic somehow yung figure. Yan. Okay, so meron tayo ditong interior column, ano? Then meron tayong mga design load. So sa roof deck natin, meron tayong dead load na 5 kilopascal. Then 0 kilopascal yung live load dyan. Then for the floor naman, so halimbawa, yung dead load naman 7 kPa per floor. Okay, third floor, second floor, ground floor. Then for live load naman 2.4 kilopascal. Okay, sa third floor. Okay, 2.4 dito. Then sa second floor naman is 6 kilopascal. Then, in accordance with NSCP provisions, meron tayo ditong reduced floor live load na formula. So ano yung hinanap? Problem A, what is the total axial load on a column at second floor? Okay, so dito daw, due to the service live load. So due to service live load, meron tayong keyword dito. So yung i-analyze lang natin is yung live load. Okay? So, part A. So, paano natin yan isosolve yung part A? So, kunin muna natin yung tributary area ng column natin. So, ito yung interior column natin sa gitna. So, paano natin makuha yung tributary area niya? So, di ba, kapag halimbawa, hindi yung analysis natin, para lang siya yung analysis ng slab natin, pagkuha ng tributary ng area ng slab or beam natin. So, para makuha natin yung tributary area, matiin natin itong slab natin sa 4. So yan, since ito yung column natin, so yung tributary area niya, okay, halimbawa dito sa first slab natin, so wait lang, loading lang yung pentab, ano? So ayan, halimbawa dito sa first slab natin, okay, yung tributary area dyan na part ng interior column natin is itong portion na to. Okay, so since ito 8 meters siya, then nakalagay dito perpendicular dimensions, so 8 meters din ito. So therefore, 4 meters ito. Then ito, 4 meters din. Okay, ito yung tributary area sa pangalawang slab natin. Okay, 4 meters, then 4 meters. So, meron tayong total na, okay? So, para makuha natin yung tawag dito, yung tributary area ng interior column natin, that is equal to 4 by 8. 4 by 4. 8 by 8 pala, sorry. So, we have 4 plus 4, 8. Then, 4 plus 4 din dito. Okay, vertical. We have 8 by 8. Okay? So, we have, para makuha natin yung AI, that is equal to 4 times tributary area ng interior column. That is equal to 4 times 8 times 8. Okay? That is equal to ilan? 8 times 8, 64. Then 64 times 4. So, ilan ba yan? 64 times 4. We have 256. Okay? Square meter. Then kung i-check natin dito sa provisions, the NSCT, okay? So greater than 40 siya. So okay, pwede natin i-reduce yung live load natin. So again yung kukompute natin na total actual load dyan, okay? So yung second floor lang. Okay? So itong portion lang na ito. Okay? So, syempre, yung i-carry niya is yung live load dito sa third floor, then yung live load sa roof deck. Pero yung live load natin sa roof deck is 0 kPa. So, meron lang available is yung sa third floor, which is yung 2.4 kPa. Okay? So, check natin. Next, okay na tayo dito. So, pwede siya. Okay? So, possible, pwede tayo mag-live load reduction. Pero, may isa pa tayong i-check. So, yung available na live load for the third floor, that is equal to 2.4 kPa. So meron pa tayo ditong note, 'di ba? So dapat less than 4.8 kPa, okay, para ma-consider natin yung equation. Pero kung greater than 4.8, so hindi na natin i-reduce yung live load. So since yung live load natin sa third floor is 2.4, okay? So which is less than 4.8. Okay? So therefore, use live load reduction. Okay, so computing natin yan, yung live load natin, reduce live load natin. So we have L is equal to L naught plus, okay, copy lang natin, ito na, sa 0.25 plus 4.57, okay, over the square root of influence area. Then yung LL natin, we have 2.4, LO natin pala, sorry, plus 0.25, 4.57 over the square root of 256. Then solve natin, ilan ba yung L natin dyan? So yung makukuha natin dyan, naka-KPA pa siya, no? So solve natin using your calculator. We have 2.4 plus 0.25 plus 4.57 over 256 square root of 256. So we have, ilan ba to? 2.4 plus 0.25 plus 4.57, wait lang over square root of, okay. So mali. So hindi pala positive. I-multiply natin. So sorry. So alisin natin yung operation na plus dito. So alisin lang natin. So we have L is equal to L naught. Okay, L naught natin 2.4. So we get ilan? So we have 1.286. So ito na yung reduced live load natin. Then next, para makuha natin yan, okay? So we have yung actual load natin. So yung unit natin dito should be in kilonewtons. Okay, sa part A and part B. So para makuha natin yan, so since kPa ito, okay, kilonewton per square meter, so imumultiply natin yan sa influence area natin, which is yung 256. Okay? So yung L total natin, or L, second floor ba? Okay, so L at second floor, that is equal to L roof times its tributary area. Okay, so we have 256 plus L third times 256. We have 0. 0 dito, ano? Plus L third natin, 1.286. So, ilan ba to? So, pasolve nga. So, we have 1.286 times, um, wait lang ah. So, check natin. Times 256. So, ayan. Wait lang ah. Saan yung sa baba? Okay. So, hindi siya 256, ano? So, yung tributary area natin, palitan natin ito. Area T. Tributary area ng column natin. So, we have 64. Okay. So, 1.286 times 64, ilan ba yan? So, we have 82.3. Okay. So, we have 82.3 kilonewton. Yan yung answer natin sa part A. Okay. Sa part B naman, is yung actual load naman dito sa ground floor. Okay? So, dito naman siya sa ground floor. So, dito sa ground floor, okay? So, lagay muna natin yung mga live load natin. So, L roof natin is equal to 0. Okay? Then, dito sa ground floor, so, ano yung mga i-carry niya na live load? So, we have live load sa roof deck, then live load sa third floor, which is 2.4 kPa. Pero since less than 4.8 siya, therefore, gagamitin natin yung reduce. So, we have 1.286. Then for the second floor naman, so meron tayong 6 kPa. Pero since kung i-check natin, i-compare natin sa 4.8, okay, so greater than siya. Therefore, hindi na natin i-reduce yung live load natin for the second floor. Therefore, proceed na tayo sa pag-solve natin ng total actual load. So we have um, L ground floor. That is equal to L roof times tributary area ng column plus L third times tributary area ng column plus second times the tributary area ng column. Okay, so we have L roof natin, 0 times tributary area. So we have 8 by 8. Okay, so 8 by 8, we have 64. Plus yung third natin, 1.286 times 64. Okay, plus we have 6 times 64. Then ilan ba yan? So we have 1.286 times 64 plus 6 times 64. We get 466. Okay, kilonewton. So, paki-disregard na lang ng answer natin dito. No? So, mali itong 288. Okay, di kasi na-consider natin yung provisions dyan na dapat, tawag dito, less than 4.8. Pero since greater than 4.8 yung live load natin for the second floor, so therefore, hindi na natin siya i-reduce yung live load natin. Okay, so we have 466 kilonewton. Then, part C naman, okay? So what is the total dead load on a column at the ground floor level? So ground floor level, dito ulit, pero dead load. So since dead load yung pinag-uusapan, hindi na natin i-consider yung live load reduction whatsoever. Ano? So, direkta na lang tayo sa pag-solve. So part C, okay? Yung actual to ano? So actual dead load to ito. So naka-kilonewtons din ito. So therefore, um, yung dead load natin, dead actual load natin, or actual load natin sa ground due to dead load, that is equal to yung DL natin sa roof Okay? Times each tributary area plus d third times tributary area plus d second times tributary area. Okay? Then copy natin. So ano ba yung dead load natin sa roof? So we have 5 kPa. Okay? So we have 5 times 64. Then for each floor, so we have 7. Okay? 7 kilopascal per floor, di ba? So ayan, 7 times 64. Then plus 7 times 64 sa second floor. Okay? Then that is equal to, so solve natin, 5 plus 7, then times 64 nyo na lang. So we have 1,216 kilonewton. Okay? Yan yung answer natin sa part C. Okay? And ito yung mga sagot natin for sample problem natin for the reduction of live load.